Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As always, if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward or stay with us through our hellos. I am going to check the sound. Good morning. Your sound seems good. I think it started to rain. Good morning, Joey. Yeah, it's like drizzling a little bit. Good morning, Gina. Gina, is it raining at your house? So it's kind of, wow, it's picking up. And look at the water, it's pretty black and white today. Interesting. Well, I hope it's not gonna interrupt our session because you know how it is whenever it's raining, something happens to the internet. Which I still can't figure out, but this is how it is. Wow, it's mesmerizing to look at this water. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Yanni. All right, it is time for us to start. As you can see, it's raining, and you know that my internet does not hold up very well when it's raining. So if we get interrupted and I go offline, I'm sorry, we'll have to do it tomorrow, but let's hope that we can go through it without any tech issues. Today we will start exploring an important topic we have already briefly touched on, and we have been touching on it through the years that we've been doing our mindful mornings. It's equanimity. We have already established that life is a constant succession of pleasure and pain. Everything always changes, and that includes our relationships, of course. It is simply unreasonable to expect life to be static. Change is part of our life experience, no matter how you slice or dice it. The question is, how can a human heart absorb the continual, unremitting contrasts of this life without feeling shattered and thinking that we cannot bear it? Can we actually experience freedom in the midst of these immense changes as they roll through our lives over and over again? Can we actually be happy in the continuous arising and passing away of all experiences? And do we achieve this by trying to control the endless change of circumstances or through total surrender? Upekkha, the practice of equanimity, is about learning deeply what it means to truly let go. Equanimity is this spacious stillness of the mind, a radiant calm that allows us to be present fully with all the different changing experiences that constitute our world, our life. When we look carefully at our experience, both internal and external, we see that change is fundamental, intrinsic to the entire living world. When we look at our own lives, at our relationships, we see extraordinary patterns of flow and movement. Think for a moment about what series of circumstances brought you to be here in this practice today. So many different changing events and experiences have led to this moment and this action. At the time they happened, some of those experiences may have seemed very unfortunate, and yet in some way they had a role in this pattern that brought you here to this distinct time and place. We can see that life is like a mosaic. It has a pattern. Each experience has some part in creating the whole. And if we have perspective, we can actually see harmony in the bigger picture. Sometimes, of course, it's hard to embrace the painful, difficult times as being part of that whole, to feel as connected to these harsh events as we do when things are pleasant, easy, and fortunate. But really, our lives are composed of continual change without ceasing. This is what the ancient Taoists call the 10,000 joys and the 10,000 sorrows. Joys and sorrows come and go over and over again. As the Buddha said, pleasure and pain, gain and loss, praise and blame, fame and disrepute constantly arise and pass away beyond our control. Sharon Salzberg illustrates this lack of control over what we receive as a result of our actions with this curious story. One of my friends who leads meditation retreats honors the Asian habit of bowing to the image of the Buddha when he enters the meditation hall at the beginning of sittings. After one sitting, he told me he received 2 notes from students who had been in the hall with him. One note said, "I saw you bowing to the Buddha, and I was really offended. It is rank superstition, and it has no place here. You should stop doing this." The other note said, "I saw you bowing to the Buddha, and I want you to know that it was the most moving thing that has ever happened to me here. It made all the difference in my retreat. I am so grateful you did it." And that is just how it is. We act, hopefully out of the best intentions we can find within us, and at times we receive praise, and at times we receive blame for the same exact action. The Buddha said, "There's always blame in this world. If you say too much, some people will blame you. If you say just a little bit, some people will blame you. If you say nothing at all, some people will blame you." This is the very nature of life. No one in this world experiences only pleasure and no pain. And no one experiences only gain and no loss. When we open to this truth, we discover that there is no need to hold on or to push away. Rather than trying to control what can never be controlled, we can find a sense of security in being able to meet what is actually happening. This is allowing for the mystery of things, not judging, but rather cultivating a balance of mind that can receive what's happening, whatever it is. This acceptance is the source of our safety and confidence. When we feel unhappiness or pain, it is not a sign that things have gone terribly wrong or that we have done something wrong by not being able to control the circumstances. Pain and pleasure are constantly coming and going, and yet we can be happy. When we allow for the mystery, sometimes we discover that right in the heart of a very difficult time, right in the midst of a painful situation, there's freedom. In those moments when we realize how much we cannot control, we can learn to let go. As we begin to understand this, we move from a mode of struggling to control what comes into our lives into a mode of simply wishing to truly connect with what is. And this is a radical shift in worldview. So let's explore this together with the practice of surrender to the flow of life. Surrender to all the 10,000 joys and 10,000 sorrows that we all have. We'll do it with an inner smile. As always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle. Settle into your body, into your heart, your mind, into this moment, right here, right now. Let your breath be soft and easy, completely natural. See if you can get a sense of spaciousness in your breath so that all the physical sensations, thoughts, emotions, all the experiences of the present moment can flow through you as energy without struggle. The compassionate Buddha is often seen in statues and pictures with a slight smile as he embraces the 10,000 joys and 10,000 sorrows in his life. When we meditate with the spirit of a smile, we awaken our natural capacity for unconditional friendliness. So now, listening to the sounds around you and becoming aware of the space that surrounds you, allow the curved image of a smile to appear in your mind. Notice how gentleness, kindness, openness, and ease arise with just this idea of a smile. Sense the curved, relaxed smile fill your mind and let it expand outward into space. Now imagine a smile at the corners of both eyes and feel the sensations that arise there. Allow your brow to be smooth, the flesh around your eyes to be soft and relaxed. Continue to soften and let go through the whole area around the eyes. Can you perceive a relaxed brightness there? Now bring a small but real smile to your lips and allow the feeling to relax the muscles of your face. Let the jaw be relaxed and loose. Let the tip of the tongue lightly touch the roof of the mouth. Feel now how your eyes are smiling. Your mouth is smiling. Bring the image of a smile to your throat and notice what happens. There might be a relaxing and opening. And if there is tightness, allow it to be held in the sense of the smile. Feel again the corners of your eyes smiling, your mouth smiling, your throat smiling. Now let the smile drift down to your chest. Imagine the shape and feeling of a smile spreading through the area of your heart. Whatever feelings might be there, allow them to float in the openness and kindness of a smile. Continuing to relax, send the smile in your heart through your entire body. Sense that your heart is sending ripples of ease everywhere, through your shoulders, along the arms, down into the torso and legs. Can you feel the openness and vibrancy of a smile at the navel, at the base of your spine? Allow yourself to rest in the spacious and kind awareness that is engendered by a smile. When thoughts, sensations, or emotions arise, can you sense how they are all being held with unconditional friendliness? If your mind wanders or you find yourself tightening, you can gently re-establish the smile in your mind, your eyes, your mouth and heart, and notice what happens. And now gently let go of this practice, as always scanning your body to notice what's going on for you right now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you, really? And as you go through your day-to-day, I invite you to find your inner smile whenever you remember. And just notice how it makes you feel in the moment. As always, enjoy your discoveries. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a gorgeous day, and I will see you tomorrow.